That's ideally what your video should look like by the end of this tutorial, except quite a bit smoother. Now, when you first open the Blender application, which is a 3D animation application, you will see something like this. This is just a default cube in the middle, and to do most things you just can delete it. And you can use the shortcut of clicking the X button. To get the plane, I'm going to add a mesh and then a plane. But that's pretty small to put the cliff on, so I'm going to make it bigger by the link scale button by clicking N, and then it takes me to this transform properties window, and I'm going to make it scale it bigger, and then I want to select the vertices to raise the cliff, but I need more vertices to do so. So I'm going to subdivide everything on the plane. I think about 40 cuts would be good. And then I should deselect all by pressing the A button. That can be used to either select everything or deselect everything. And then if I click the B button, which allows you to just select anything. If I click it twice, it's more of a circular thing, which is better for what I'm doing right now. And I can just select it all like this. After doing that, I want to get out of the selecting tool, and then I just want to raise that section of the plane upward, so I'll just grab it. You just click and drag on it. Raise it up any way you wish. Now I clicked A to deselect, and then it wouldn't hurt to add in other cliffs and etc., which will just add to the general appearance. I'm just going to start adding the meshes and editing them to look like the lighthouse. Now I just started with a basic cylinder, but that's really small, so I need to use the scale manipulator mode inside of these 3D manipulation things. Once you click this button, they're visible, and I just wanted to make it bigger. It might help if I went to a different view to see how tall I was making it as well. So I don't want it to be too tall or too short. So it looks the way you want it to. Now there's different things you can do with the view to make it more ideal for your editing. And I'm just going to orbit down some and orbit to the right so it's easier for me to look at. On top of that, I'll click the A button so I deselect from it. And then I'm going to spacebar, add, and I'm going to add a cone. So there's the tip of the lighthouse. After that, I'd like to add another cylinder on top of that. So I just place it on top of the previous cylinder. And then I just continue building my lighthouse as so. In order to get the light moving from back and forth I should probably put a window in this area right here. So I'm going to use some what they call Boolean modifiers, and simply I'm going to add another cube, and I'm going to make it this size to sort of fit in that window area. W, and there are several different types of booleans you can use, but I'm going to use the difference one. And then now you can pull this one away, and then there are, if you look at it from a different view, there's now a window there. And I just continue to do it around the entire cylinder right there, so I had windows on each side. Now after completing the Boolean features all the way around that cylinder, then your lighthouse should look similar to this. Now I've also added a lamp in here, a spotlight lamp, which can be done simply by spacebar, add, lamp, and spot. And if I go into texture mode, you can see that the spotlight is shining right there. I went into the timeline mode, and now it's already finished here, but I basically I had the record button on while I was doing this, and every 30 seconds I would click on the insert keyframe and rotate it slightly, and then I would go to the insert keyframe button and click on the location rotation scale button, and it would insert a keyframe, and it would be set in that position until the next 30 seconds when I would move it again. And I just made it so it climaxed at 100 frames and then made its way back on the other side by the 200th frame. So it basically ran through like this. And so then I was pretty much done with my animation part. So I went to the buttons window again, and I just had to click the anim button to render all of the animation, and it rendered each frame for me. It took a while, but I basically just had to let my laptop sit while it calculated each frame. That was completed. I just had to click the play button. There's my video.